with my COPD. That's why I'm here. I was recently diagnosed with that, unfortunately.
Okay.
I have like shortness of breath issues when I'm just anywhere. I live in an apartment by myself, and I'll go up the stairs and I get shortness of breath, or when I'm sleeping, I've been having troubles too. So I just came up for a follow-up appointment to figure out what to do about that.
Yeah, and so that's been affecting your daily life lately?
Yeah,
okay.
It's been every day it happens.
Is there anything that kind of triggers these shortness of breath episodes?
Really just either exercising, which I've been trying to do more, and maybe smoking sometimes does, but that's really all I can think about.
Yeah, so the exercise, is that kind of helping you with, I know you have a previous history of depression, is the exercise helping with that?
Yeah, that helps a lot. I really like going on walks or runs or stuff like that because it really just kind of gets my mind off things, but I just don't like when I can't go on them because I've been getting so shortness of breath that I can't even finish.
Yeah, and I know that you mentioned you're smoking. Is it okay if we kind of talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, so I know you have the history of depression. How is the smoking related to the depression? You know, is it helping you cope with it, or how is that relating?
I feel like maybe my smoking's been helping. Well, I've had this depression for a long time, and at first I couldn't get either one under control, and now I've been, the past like 2 months ago, I was at my absolute worst. I was having suicidal thoughts and all of that, but I did reach out and I went to some support groups and I got on some new medication that's been working really well for me, so I feel like I've gotten my depression under control, but my smoking is still kind of the thing that really helps me when I get really anxious and stuff. That's why I like smoking, is because if I do ever feel those like anxious feelings or feeling irritable, that's when I smoke to calm me down.
Okay, and how many packs per day have you been smoking?
About 2. It's pretty expensive.
Okay, definitely. And does that increase at all during stress? Because I know that you have been feeling stressful lately. And
yeah, definitely. Anytime that I feel stressed, and there's a lot of things I feel stressed about, but I always feel like a cigarette will calm me down.
Right. And have you ever had thoughts of possibly quitting? Because I know you have the history of COPD, and those two things do correlate, and I'm sure you know that increasing your smoking habits for this long can increase your chances of cancer, and that could be a really big concern for you.
Yeah, you know, I did recently just lose my dad to cancer, which was a hard time for me, but I haven't really thought about how smoking would affect that. I guess I've always just thought of smoking as a good thing because it's been calming me down so much, but I haven't really thought of it as in a bad thing, except for it's kind of been getting in the way of me and my niece. My brother won't let me see her because of my smoking problem.
How do you think that makes you feel when your brother isn't supporting you and letting you see your niece?
It really sucks. I want to see her all the time, and I really want to have a close relationship with her. She's 10, so obviously that's the age where you're getting close with your aunt and stuff. And so when he doesn't allow me to come over because I've been smoking so much, it kind of turns into this big cycle because that stresses me out. So then I just want to smoke more.
Right, and I definitely understand that, and I do feel for you because, you know, I have family too, and they really motivate me to do better in my life. And so, as of today, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not ready at all and 10 being extremely ready, how much do you think you're ready to quit smoking today?
As of today, I would probably say a 2.
Okay, 2. And then on another scale of 1 to 10, how successful do you think you could be in quitting smoking now and then in the future?
I'd say still about a 2 or a 3.
2 or 3. Okay, well, I'd like to work with you today and try and figure out some strategies to help you. If that's okay, then maybe we can set up some short-term goals for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard that you like to hang out with your niece whenever you can, and when your father passed away, that can be a really big burden for you. And so those are some pros and cons to smoking. Are there any pros that you can think of?
Well,
to quitting smoking, that is?
My niece is definitely the main one right now, I would say. talked about a little bit about it affecting my health, I guess. I maybe haven't gotten that much education on how that's affecting it. I mean, obviously everybody knows that smoking's not good for you.
Right.
But I never really thought of it as such a main cause of like all of my health issues.
Okay.
I guess maybe.
And the exercise I know you talked about too, that could be definitely a pro to quitting smoking, because, you know, quitting smoking can help that shortage of breath and help you exercise longer, which I know that you like to do.
So yeah, that would be a pro too, I would say.
Right, okay. And how about some cons to quitting smoking?
Cons to quitting is that it really helps me really helps calm me down. So I really like that when I'm stressed, and it's a really good like outlet for me to kind of calm down. And I'm just really scared that if I don't have that to calm me down, I'm just kind of going to go back into my depression. That's my main fear of quitting, and it really scares me that I don't ever want to feel the way that I did 2 months ago, and I feel like I've got my depression under control. So making another change is really scary.
That is really scary, and I can understand that too, because it is fearful to stop what you're doing, which could be a good thing that you think is leading you in the right track, but then again, you have to think about how this is affecting your health, and you don't want to put that burden on your family, because when you smoke, it's just deteriorating, and your father, unfortunately, passed away from lung cancer, and we don't want the same effects for you, and I know your niece wants you here for a long time, and so maybe we can work on a few different things to help you progress, and maybe not quit cold turkey today, but do those steps in order to get on the right track.
Yeah, I haven't really ever been given any help with that, because I always feel like I've never heard of doing short-term goals. I've always heard of just quitting or not, so I'd be maybe interested to see what kind of short-term things I could do maybe to help out, because I have no idea.
Okay, and how about, let's bring it back to the depression. What have you been doing to help you cope with that? Have you been talking to anybody, or maybe the medication's helping?
Yeah, I've been on some medication that's been helping, and then I go to support groups once or twice a week that have been helping me a lot. Just to kind of, it's nice to have people that are in the same situation as you that you can talk to.
Okay, and I hear that you have had good success with that, and so maybe we can encourage that success and motivate you to do more with smoking quitting too. And it's really good that you're being successful with the groups, and so, you know, quitting smoking can go down the right path as well. So maybe instead of the quitting cold turkey, it would be better to maybe decrease the 2 packs per day to maybe 1 or 1.5 packs per day. And then whenever you're feeling stressed out, maybe go and exercise, and go call your brother and be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna try and quit smoking, but maybe we can hang out with the niece and, you know, hang out with her.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Do you have any like ideas of ways that I could cut back? It sounds stupid, but it sounds so hard just to even cut back and half pack.
Right, yeah. I mean, definitely there are medications that we could talk about, but before we go to medications, maybe we could talk about the motivational groups, because I know there are a lot of people that like to get together and talk about, you know, what's making them want to do the urges and what's helping them quit smoking. And we do have pamphlets inside the hospital here for you. And also, gum could be a really good option for you too.
Okay.
And so I want to ask you again, on a scale of 1 to 10, how successful do you think you could be in quitting smoking?
I think I've moved up to about a 4, just because I'm interested in trying this long-term goal and seeing how that works. I mean short-term, but I'm not. We'll see. How it goes. I don't know.
Definitely. And I do want to keep track with you and kind of move this progress along, because it isn't a one-step thing. It is multiple steps to achieve these goals. And so, is it okay with you that we meet next week and probably talk about how your progress is going?
That'll be good.
Okay, great. And I'll get those pamphlets for you too as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.